In the temple of Jagannath in Orissa in East India, a poem has been sung each day for the last 8 centuries. Among the literate, this long love poem called Gita Govinda, which is something between a lyric and a drama, has stood unrivaled in Sanskrit literature. Among others, it has become an expression of the ardor of their own devotion to Lord Krishna, and its recitation a means of worship and prayer. All in all, this poem has held the imagination of a whole race with its rich imagery, its entrancing music, and its passionate love pictures. It stirred the creativity in other art forms. Its theme gave rise to a series of beautiful paintings in the last 4 centuries, the most magnificent of them being the creations of the artists of the Kangra Valley. Its various songs in the form of Ashtapadis have come to be sung by musicians and choreographed in dance, particularly in the classical style of Odissi. The poet Jaydev was a legend in his own time.
कदाचित् कालिन्दे तटविपिन सङ्गीतकरवो उदाभिर्नारी वदन कमला स्वाद मधुप रमा शम्भुर्ब्रह्मा सुरपति गणेशार्चित पदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे
The theme of Gita Govinda is the love of Krishna and Radha. Symbolically, it is perhaps the love of the outer human being for his inner soul. In its literary expression, however, the poem blends the moods of devotion and erotic love and delineates the passionate love of Krishna and Radha as it develops through various phases. The first meeting and enjoyment. Then, the estrangement caused by Krishna's love for other gopi maids. Radha's anguish at Krishna's neglect. And finally, the rapture that attends their reunion. The poet describes Radha's longing and Krishna's lovemaking with glowing sensuality. Yet the poem reverts continually to praise of Krishna as God. The poem begins. As though in a flashback, it takes us briefly to the time when the love between Krishna and Radha first arose, when they were yet very young. Meghair Med Ramam Baram Vanabhuva Shyamastamalajrumair Naktam Bhiru Rayam Tvamev Tadimam Radhe Gruham Prapaya Ittham Nandanidishataschalitayo Pratyadvakunjadrumam Radha Madhavayor Jayanti Yamuna Kule Raha Kelaya. The sky is overcast by thick clouds. The woodlands are black with tamala trees. This boy, Krishna, is afraid of the gloom of the night. So, O Radha, take him home. Such was the command of Nanda, the herdsman, and thus arose the love of Radha and Krishna, who, as they passed through the forests, sported in the bowers on the bank of the Yamuna.
Radha Madhava Yor Jayanti Yamuna Kule Raha Kelaya.
The poem now leaps a period of time, a few years, and when the drama opens, a crisis has occurred. Radha, after long enjoying Krishna's passionate embraces, finds herself abruptly neglected. Charming but faithless Krishna is now pursuing other girls, and the jilted Radha wanders alone. Meanwhile, the spring has come to the forest, and the thought that others are enjoying Krishna's love tortures her to the point of madness and hinders her in all her movements. Vasante vasanti kusumaskumarai ravayavai Brahmantim kantare bahuvihita krishnanussaranam Amandam kandarpajvarjanita chinta kulitaya Chaladbadham radham sarasamidapuchi sahachari.
Vasante vasanti kusuma sukumarai ravayavai Vasante vasanti kusuma sukumarai ravayavai Brahmanti Kamtare Bahubihita Krishnanu Sharanam कंदार्प ज्वरजनित चिंता कुलतया आमंदं कंदार्प ज्वरजनित चिंता कुलतया बलद्बाधा राधा सरसमिदमुचे सहचरी
As Radha broods on her lost joys, a friend describes to her what is happening. Lalita lavanga lata parishilana komala malaya samiri madhukara nikara karambita kokila kujita kunja kutire viharati haririha sarasa vasanti nrutyati yuvati janena samam sakhi virahi janasya durante. In spring, when the tender Malayan breezes fondle the beautiful creepers of cloud, and huts and bowers resound with the mingled noise of bees and kokila birds, Hari here in the forest dwells an eager dance with the women folk. It is hard to endure being parted in spring, oh my friend. In spring, when the women of absent traders wail and lament, distracted with love, when the swarms of bees on the tidy bakula branches fill the clustering flowers. In spring, when the violent odor of musk is the scent of the tender tamala sprout, and when the color of the kimshuka flowers, the nails of the love god's fingers, tear the young hearts. Hari here in the forest dwells in eager dance with the women folk. It is hard to endure being parted in spring, oh my friend.
वसन्ते विहा
Radha saw Krishna dancing with other gopi maids, and as the distant sounds of his flute kept echoing in Radha's mind, she felt tormented and crestfallen. With bitter sadness, she slowly walked away to a remote part of the forest. There, in a thicket of creepers, she sat brooding, filled with broken pride and jealousy. Thus passed a long time. Finally, when the swarms of bees encircling over her head began to hum noisily, she looked up and suddenly recalled all her past joys with Krishna. Slowly, all her happy memories came flooding over her, and she said to her friend who had just come over, "I remember Hari. The sweet of his nectar of lips kept flowing with the notes of his melodious flute. I remember Hari. With the play of his eyes and the toss of his head, his earrings kept dangling upon his cheeks. I remember Hari, whose head was encircled above with a circle of peacock's feathers. And who had moon-like eyes. Oh friend, please go to Krishna, the destroyer of demon Keshi, and bring him back to me so that we may once again be united together."
Sakhi Keshi Mathanam Udaram Sakhi Keshi Mathanam Udaram Sakhi Keshi Mathanam Udaram Ramaya Maya Saha Madanam Manoratha
was in the house, and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law both were asleep. How to leave the house to go and meet Krishna? Stealthily, I went near them and heard them snoring. Both were asleep. So I went to the wardrobe and picked out a beautiful sari. But it wasn't as black as my hair. So I picked another and put it on. As I walked, the anklets jingled. So I took them off and put them away in a corner. Suddenly, I saw a lamp in the corner. So I blew it out. Then I went to the door and slowly I unlatched it, opened it, stepped outside, closed it behind me, and felt relieved. But then I saw someone pass by, and I quickly hid myself behind the bushes. And there I waited and waited until finally he was gone. I admired the beauty of the surrounding forest. I plucked a beautiful flower and put it in my hair. And there I stood waiting for Krishna.
Chakita vilokita sakala disha. Chakita vilokita sakala disha. Rati prabhasa varena hasantam. Sakhi he keshi mathana udaram. Sakhi he keshi mathana udaram. Prathama samagama lajitaya chatu shateiranukulam. Prathama samagama prathama samagama prathama samagama lajitaya chatu shateiranukulam. Mrudu madhura smita bhash
As Radha's friend goes looking for Krishna, Krishna himself, on the other hand, had repented. With his heart filled with remorse and scarred by the shafts of the love god, he went to the bower on the banks of the Yamuna. When Radha's friend sees him from a distance, she finds him lamenting thus: Radha, so deeply wronged and troubled to see me surrounded by women. Ah, she went, and I, in the fear of my guilt, made no attempt to stop her. Alas, she's gone in anger, her love destroyed.
मामेयं चलिता विलोक्य पुरुतं वधू निचयेन मामियं चलिता विलोक्य वृतं वधू निचयेन सा पराध तया मया पिना सा पराध तया मया पिना वारिताति भयेन हरि हरि हतादरतया हरि हरि हतादरतया गता सा कुपितेव मामियं चलिता विलोक्य किं करिष्यति किं वदिष्यति किं करिष्यति किं वदिष्यति सा चिरं विरहेण किं जनेन धनेन किं मम किं जनेन धनेन किं मम जीवनं
She totters a few steps forward, but falls. Oh Krishna, Radha may live no longer without you. Since you delayed to go to her, she longs for you with all her shame gone. In her delusions, one moment she laughs, and the other moment she moans and cries. Oh Krishna, please delay no longer. Krishna has now promised not to delay anymore. As the night approaches, he sets out to go to Radha. But on his way, he saw a group of damsels languishing for love in the moonlit night. No sooner was he seen by them than Krishna was surrounded by these amorous gopi women, each of whom vied with the other in drawing Krishna to herself. Soon the mission was forgotten. Krishna was completely taken over and got deeply involved in singing, dancing, and pursuit of one another. One of the gopis, love frenzied by a glance from his eye, fixed her gaze on his lotus face. Another, on pretense of whispering a secret in his ears, approached his temples and kissed them with ardor. Now he caressed one, kissed another, and smiled on a third. In this manner, the night passes for Krishna in pursuit of pleasures, totally oblivious of Radha and his promise to meet her. But on the other hand, Radha has been waiting eagerly. Anticipating Krishna's arrival, she prepares the garland, sprinkles the bed with perfumed waters, and sits waiting for him until the night passes into dawn, until the moon has already passed 3/4 of the night. And then appears Krishna with his flute in his hand and his head bowed down. Radha looked him over and then reproachfully said to him, "At night, while breaking so much rest, your eyes look reddened and full of drowsiness, showing your addiction to desire that readily awakens. Alas! Go, Madhav, go, Keshav, desist from uttering these deceitful words. Follow her, the lotus-eyed, she who can dispel all your troubles. Go to her." Oh, I see. Your crimson lips have become black by kissing the black unguent of her eyes. Sure, your black lips fit in admirably with the blackness of the rest of your body. Looks very nice. Krishna, suddenly realizing his folly, quickly thinks of an excuse and says to her, "Ah, yesterday I went to the forest and ate some blackberries which made my lips black. Understand?" Oh yeah? Go, Mother. Go, Keshav. Desist from uttering these deceitful words. Your heart is as black as the rest of your blackness. I, who followed you devotedly, and you ran to other women? How could you?
कालधौत लिपेरिव रतिजय लेखम् माव कैतव वादम् मावद कैतव वादम् मावद कैतव वादम् मावद कैतव वादम् मावद कैतव वादम्.
Faced with these reproaches, Krishna slinks away. Radha's friend knows, however, that despite bitter anger, Radha desires nothing more than his love. She attempts therefore to instill in her a calmer frame of mind, urging her to end her pride and take Krishna back. She goes to look for Krishna, and while she is absent, Krishna himself returns and implores her once again to end her anger. Vadasi yadi kinchidapi danta ruchi kaumudi harati darati miramati ghoram spuradadhara sidhave tava vadana chandrama rochayatu lochana chakoram. If you speak but a little, the moonlike gleam of your teeth will destroy the darkness so very terrible that has come over me. Your moon of a face that glitters upon my eyes now makes me long for the sweet of your lips. Oh, loved one, oh, beautiful Radha, give up your pride against me. Munchamaymanamanidanam. My heart is burned by the fire of longing. Give me the drink so sweet of your lotus face. As an ornament, place upon my head your proud and stalk-like feet as a cure for the venom of desire. Dehi padapallavam udaram. Dehi padapallavam udaram. Dehi padapallavam udaram.
चारु शीले मुंचमयी मानमनिदानम् प्रिये चारु शीले मुंचमयी मानमनिदानम् सपदि मदनानलो दहति मम मानसम् सपदि मदनानलो दहति मम मानसम् देहि मुख कमलमधुपानम् देहि यदपि दन्तरुचि कौमुदी वदसि यदि किञ्चिदपि दन्तरुचि कौमुदी भारति दारतिमिरम् अति घोरम् हरति दारतिमिरम् अति घोरम् स्फुरदाधार सीधवे तव वदन चन्द्रमा स्फुरदाधार सीधवे तव वदन चन्द्रमा रोचयतु लोचन चकोरम् रोचयतु लोचन चकोरम् त्वमसि मम भूषणम् त्वमसि मम जीवनम् त्वमसि मम भवजलधिरात्रम् भवतु भवती रमयि सततम् अनुरोदिनि तत्र मम हृदयम् अतीयत्रम् स्मर गरलखण्डनम् मम शिरसि मण्डनम् स्मर गरलखण्डनम् मम शिरसि मण्डनम् देहि पदपल्लवम् उदारम् देहि पदपल्लवम् उदारम् देहि पदपल्लवम् उदारम् देहि
At these words, Radha's anger leaves her. Her joy returns. She can contain herself no longer. She now bursts out in a dance of joy and abandon. Krishna has already gone to the forest to await Radha's coming. She now decks herself in the loveliest of her ornaments and then, accompanied by her maids, moves slowly to the tryst. As they reach the bower which Krishna has constructed, Radha feels abashed on seeing Krishna, but her friend urges her to enter. Radha, with timid joy and fixing her eyes on Govinda, while she musically sounded the rings and bells of her ankles, entered the mystic bower of her only beloved. The night passed for both of them in highest bliss, where their helpless closing of eyes was a hindrance to longing looks at each other, and the secret talk to the drinking of each the other's nectar of lips. It was a wondrous morning when they arose, with eyes reddened and sleep denied, and Radha's hair disarranged. Now she asked Krishna to help her rearrange herself. Radha said to Krishna, Kuru Yadunandana. O Krishna, the joy of the Yadus, please do this for me. O Krishna, paint with fingers cooler than sandalwood, leaves and flowers with musk on my breast, which resembles a vase of consecrated water, crowned with fresh leaves and fixed near a vernal bower to propitiate the god of love. Hang on my ears the jeweled earrings, O accomplished youth, whence the entelopes of thine eyes may run downward and sport at pleasure. Arrange my tresses, O beloved Krishna, round my temples. These are purer than the lotus blossom. O love, place now a fresh circle of musk, black as the lunar spots on the moon of my forehead, and mix gay flowers on my tresses with a peacock's feathers, in graceful order that they may wave like the banners of Kamadeva, the god of love.
तरेणा करेणा पयो धरेणा कुरे कुरुमानद मान सज ध्वज चामरे मम रुचिरे चिकुरे कुरुमानद मान सज ध्वज चामरे रति गलिते ललिते कुसुमानी रति गलिते ललिते कुसुमानी शिखण्डी शिखण्डक नामरे निजगादशा यदुनन्दने हृदया नन्दने हृदया नन्दने सरस घने जघने मम शम्बर दारण वारण कन्दरे सरस घने जघने मम शम्बर दारण वारण कन्दरे मणिरशना वसना भरणानि मणिरशना वसना भरणानि सुभाषय वासय सुन्दरे निजगादशा यदुनन्दने क्रीडति हृदया नन्दने क्रीडति हृदया नन्दने क्रीडति हृदया नन्दने क्रीडति हृदया